Welcome to a new video. In previous video, we will discuss about the taxonomy, systematics and taxonomical categories and their hierarchical arrangement. In this video, we will discuss about the steps of the taxonomy, that is the identification and nomenclature. When we consider the identification, as I said before, identification is done by some kind of observation. Maybe the observation is just morphological, or maybe that observation may be cytological, physiological, genetic level, or in phylogenetic level, whatever. But all these observations will give you a list of characters, and those characters are nothing but the identification of that organism. Let's come to the nomenclature of that organism. जेतबेले आमे nomenclature कहूचे, so nomenclature is nothing but the naming of a organism, the process of giving a name to one organism. The organism has two names. One is common name. Common name is a kind of local name which can be changed from one locality to another. So that gives a very much complexity to study about a particular organism. A area re gote organism ku gote na re kahile, au gote area re au gote na ku kahile. So how we know about the diversity? How we know about these two organisms are not two different organisms, they are same. So that will very much difficult to understand and very much difficult to study and research about that particular organism. So we will decide to give a scientific name which should be universal, any of the irrespective of the locality. चाहे जहाँ भी लोकालिटी हो जाऊ, बट से साइंटिफिक नेम टा से यही रहिबो, सेटा केबे चेंज हबो नाही. तले साइंटिफिक नेम दबो किए, मु की तमे तो दबोनी ना. The organization, there is an organization which is responsible for the giving the name to the organism or to the any kind of organism. तो किए सी organization, तो गोटे organization नाम different organism पाई अछंती, but जदि हमें broadly देखिबा, there is ICBN and there is ICZN. What are these? It is international code for botanical nomenclature, this is responsible for the plants, and ICZN तमे जानी सारी बनी, international code for zoological nomenclature. Okay, so one is botany, one for zoology. Clear? बुझियला? Then what is the systems they adapt to naming of an organism? The system is called as binomial nomenclature. The most adapted or the most unique system, that is called as binomial nomenclature. The binomial nomenclature is actually given by Carolus Linnaeus. It is given by Carolus Linnaeus. This binomial nomenclature says bi means two, nomial means name or word. So the binomial nomenclature system of a organism has two words. केतेटा words थिबो त नारे दीटा words थिबो. The first word is called as generic name or genus. The second word is called as specific epithet or simply the species name. तो गोटे first word को आमे कहूचे generic name or genus, and second name को आमे कहूचे specific epithet or species. Clear? Okay, what are other rules? ये गला first rule जे तारो scientific name रे दीटा word रहिबो. First word को हमें generic name बोली कहइबा, second word को हमें specific epithet बोली कहइबा, and the language which is used for the naming of an organism should be in Latin language. तो कौन हबा दरकार? Latin language रा हबा दरकार. Why Latin language? Why not the most widely used language, that is English? Because Latin is a dead language. Latin got a dead language. Dead language means the language which is no longer in use. If a language is no longer in use, that means the changes in the spelling, pronunciation or any kind of changes in the dictionary is not possible. So if I use that kind of language, then that is for permanent, for time immortal. But when you use the language which is in use in nowadays, then after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, maybe the meaning, maybe the spelling, maybe the pronunciation can be changed. So to avoid those kind of situation, we use a Latin language that is a dead language. Okay, so this is the third rule. Fourth rule is if the name is typed in computer, so the name should be typed in italics. It should be typed in italics font, and if handwritten, then they should be underlined separately. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose the scientific name of human being is Homo sapiens. Okay, I am written in hand, so I am underline it separately. As you can see, the first alphabet of the genus is in capital letter, and the first alphabet of the species is in small letter. That is also a rule. The first letter of genus should be in capital, but the first letter of species name should be in small letter. Okay, so these are some kind of rules which is used in binomial nomenclature. Another rule which we can use, we can write the scientist who discovered. Suppose I can write the Panthera tigris. Then after that I am putting LINN dot. This belongs to Linnaeus. That means it gives you that Linnaeus is the scientist who first described this particular organism. तार ना देकी ताकु describe किए करथिले Linnaeus करथिले. So that's why the name is there. Okay, so this is all about the binomial nomenclature. Then we use another system, that is trinomial nomenclature. In trinomial nomenclature, the name suggests there is 3 words. The first word is genus, the second word is species, but the third word are nothing but the subspecies. For example, if you consider the scientific name of particular that human being, you can see the human being scientific name is Homo sapiens. Okay, so this is the trinomial nomenclature of human being. Bujhela, Homo sapiens. This is the genus, this is the species, and this is the subspecies of that particular organism or human being. Then another term we learned, that is tautonym. What is tautonym? If the genus name is equal to the species name. For example, Indian cobra. Indian cobra ro scientific name hochi Naja. So genus na jaha, species na seya. Suppose the scientific name of gorilla. The scientific name of gorilla is gorilla and gorilla. Here also the genus and species name are same. Rat, ratus. So all these kind of name where the genus name is equal to the species name are termed as a tautonym. And one thing to remember, the tautonym is only possible in case of animals. There is no tautonym in case of plants. You can't use the tautonym, means you can't use or you can describe a plant genus and species name as a single word. Okay, clear? Bujhela? So all these features belong to binomial nomenclature. We learnt about the rules, we learnt about the scientist who given, and we learnt about the organization who is responsible for the nomenclature of an organism. In next video, we will discuss one after another the different categories of the taxonomical hierarchy, that means kingdom, then what is phylum, what is class, what is order, what is the family, what is genus, and what is species. Okay, till then, good night, bye.